Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone, or good day, wherever you are. This is Rene, Isuk, Managing Principal of ProsperLink LLC, effectually known as the bodyguard against the IRS. Just want to speak to you briefly about those who have been scared because they haven't quite been friendly with the IRS over the past few years. So just want to take a few moments just to tell you about what needs to happen. If you're that individual, or you know an individual who has back taxes, who hasn't filed in over a few years, they need to file. The reason why they need to file is because there's a thing called statute of limitations, and every person who files their taxes has a statute of limitations of 3 years. And that 3-year period, it gives the IRS 3 years to look over the return and possibly do an audit. After that 3-year period, that return is closed and the IRS cannot come back and audit unless they suspect fraud, which would add another 3 years. But going back to that 3-year period, you want to file so you can get the statute of limitations started. If you have not filed, guess what? The statute of limitation is open. It's infinite. There's nothing that has started. So you want to file. Right now, if you haven't filed taxes in 10 years, guess what? You can be considered compliant if you filed the last 6 years of your taxes and not necessarily worry about the other 4. So you want to be compliant. File your taxes. It's better to file than not to file. Next thing that you want to do is definitely get in contact with the IRS. Begin to negotiate with them. Begin to tell them your situation. And sometimes they'll listen to you and sometimes they won't listen to you. That's where I would come in. In the event that you've tried what you're supposed to do and had a conversation with the IRS and you're still not getting anywhere, don't waste any more time. Come in contact with me. Whatever you hear on the radio saying that if you have $10,000 or more in tax debt, we can help you, we can settle that debt, that's not always the case. In fact, more often than not, that is not the case. There are situations where you can negotiate, but you have to be compliant, you have to fit the right situation, you have to provide the exact documents, and that's where I come in. Bodyguard against the IRS is basically telling you exactly what we need to do in order to get an equitable resolution for both you and the IRS. They may not like what we come up with, but in the end, you will be at peace, they will have whatever money they can get, and everyone will be friendly again. I'm Rene Isuk, Managing Principal of ProsperLink, affectionately known as your bodyguard against the IRS.